Welcome back to Clark's Ring Rant. Let's get straight into today's video. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who supported the channel, watched the video, liked and subscribed so far. It's really appreciated, and let's hope we can keep growing this channel and I can keep bringing you more boxing content. Now, let's get into it for real this time. So, after the breaking news that Conor Ben will be signing with Dana White and Zuffa, it has now been confirmed that he will make his Zuffa boxing debut against Regis Prograis on the undercard of Tyson Fury versus Arslanbek Makhmudov at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in April. Let's talk about the fight. Now, Conor Ben has not campaigned at 147 pounds for nearly 4 years now. This fight will be at a 150 catch weight, but for all intents and purposes, let's say it's a welterweight fight. Regis Prograis, on the other hand, at 37 years of age, always been a career super lightweight 140 pounder. I don't even think he's ever fought up at 147. Just off the top of my head and scanning through BoxRec, I can't see any fights he's had up at 147. So this will be a first for Regis Prograis. He's going to be coming up in weight. He's going to be fighting a much bigger man. And Conor Ben is going to be coming down in weight. How is this weight cut going to affect him? Can he get back down to welterweight safely? Is that the most viable option for him? We know Zuffa Boxing don't play no games with these extra weight classes. They're just having the 8 traditional weight classes. So like I mentioned in a previous video about Conor Ben, he's got a decision to make. Do I stay up at middleweight and fight much bigger guys, or do I try and shrink myself back down to welterweight? Well, it looks like in this case, he's going to try and shrink himself back down to welterweight. But what do we make of the fight? Regis Prograis, he's 37 years old, he's 30-3, he's seen better days, I think it's fair to say. He was a very, very good fighter in his prime. That fight against Josh Taylor was razor close. I can remember watching that. It could have gone either way. I don't think you could have complained if Prograis got the nod that night. He's a 2-time world champion down at 140. He's got some good names on there, win or loss. He's lost to Jack Catterall recently. He's lost to Devin Haney recently. But he's got some good wins on there. He's knocked out Jose Zepeda. He beat Jojo Diaz. Like I say, the really close fight with Josh Taylor. He beat Julius Ndongo back in the day. I know Ndongo didn't go on to be that good, but at the time it was a good win. He blasted him out just after he'd been in there with Crawford. So he's a proven world level guy, but I think it's fair to say he's a bit of a faded force at this stage of the game. Regis Prograis. He's a southpaw, so that might cause Conor Ben some issues. I don't think Conor Ben's been in with any southpaws other than what's the guy's name? The South African guy he knocked out just before he popped. Van Heerden, that's the one. Chris Van Heerden, he was a southpaw. But other than that, Conor Ben, he's not faced many southpaws before. We know he didn't have that great amateur background, so maybe if Prograis can box, he can show him a few different looks. He could cause Conor Ben some issues, but you'd think Conor Ben is going to win this fight. It's going to be a set-up fight for a bigger fight, and it's a decent-ish name. We know he's got that rivalry with Devin Haney. Devin Haney fought Regis Prograis and he boxed his head off really. He schooled him. He even dropped him early on in that fight, if I can remember. He won every round. So I think Conor Ben is going to try and look to outdo Devin Haney. We know they've had a bit of back and forth. They don't really like each other. So I think if Conor Ben can beat Regis Prograis in better style than Devin Haney, he can run with that. He can say, I beat him much better than Haney did, blah, blah, blah. Not taking into account he's a much older man. He's a much bigger fighter than Devin Haney, and Regis Prograis coming up in weight. But nevertheless, the casuals aren't going to look into that. So on paper, this will be a really good win for Conor Ben if he can win. And as for the show itself, Tottenham Hotspur, Tyson Fury, that whole card is going to be promoted by Zuffa, which I do find quite interesting. I'm sure Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn are absolutely buzzing about that. A massive fight, a stadium fight with Tyson Fury in it, and they've got absolutely no involvement in it whatsoever. It's got Conor Ben, the man who some people think snaked Eddie Hearn, and it's got Tyson Fury, a long-time Frank Warren fighter, but yet this card has been solely promoted by Dana White and Zuffa. A penny for their thoughts. As for the fight itself and the choice of opponent, it's a bit, nah. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse, to be honest, but it could also be a lot better. Like I say, Prograis, he's 37. He's seen better days. He's coming up in weight. He's never fought this high before. You'd expect Conor Ben to beat him. If Conor Ben's half as good as he thinks he is, he should beat Prograis. And then maybe you can look at the bigger fights. But you know what's going to happen. He said he wants the belts, blah, blah, blah. Dana ain't going to endorse the belts. I don't need to go into it again. We've been over it a million times already on this channel. So it'll be interesting to see who they can line up for him next. There's been rumours, there's been whispers. Shakur might go over there. Teofimo Lopez might go over there. Ryan Garcia might go over there. Hey, everyone's been linked with Zuffa Boxing at the moment, but nothing's concrete. But what we do know is that Conor Ben will be taking on Regis Prograis in a catchweight bout on the Tyson Fury Arslanbek Makhmudov undercard. As for a prediction, I mean, could Conor Ben get him out of there? He couldn't do anything with a weight-drained corpse in Chris Eubank in his last fight. Couldn't really move him till the last round. I think I'd expect this fight to go the distance. Does Conor Ben have the power to hurt Regis Prograis? Yes. Regis Prograis has been down in a few fights recently. But I think Regis Prograis is an experienced boxer. He'll be able to fiddle his way through this fight, but the aggression, the speed, the power he had a few years ago, maybe the version that fought Josh Taylor, I don't think that's there no more. I think he'll probably lose a wide decision. Conor Ben will outwork him, he'll out-hustle him, he'll be able to bully him around the ring. But maybe Regis Prograis could cause him some problems. But for my official prediction, I'll be going Conor Ben is going to win this fight on point. But he could have a few issues early on dealing with that southpaw style. Like I say, it's a co-main event. It's not the best fight. It's not the worst fight, but he's been talking a good game. So hopefully after this, we can get a big fight lined up for Conor Ben. What do you think? Decent enough debut on Zuffa, I suppose. It's going to be over in England. I said I think they're going to look to make Conor Ben the star, the main man over here. Looks like they could have Tyson Fury on board now if things all go to plan. But I think that is going to be the plan. They're going to look to fill that void left by Boxer and Ben Shalom on Sky. They're going to take that deal. They're going to start promoting cards. They're going to have them on prime time in the UK. They're going to expand the Zuffa brand worldwide. And Conor Ben could be the torchbearer for that. But first, he's got to get past Regis Prograis. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Is this an acceptable fight for Conor Ben? Could it be a tricky fight, or will he make easy work of Regis Prograis? Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.